Hello there, folks of the Ēostreblót Anglican, folks of Fainta Fensida, folks of Wuffingus Half, and folks of my YouTube channel, Ēostreblót. Today, I'm coming on to do a talk video about Enla time / Hrethe Manoff and Ēostreblót. So, with a lot of traditions, well, mainly with Scandinavian tradition and, you know, the Celtic stew, Albin Ilia, which is also their version of the equinox on around the 20th, 21st of March, known to us as Hrethe Manoff. Obviously, in Ēostreblót kin, my home kin layout, we decided, well, the one that I've put together, we decided to do Enla time Hrethe Manoff, and then a Klingus half. We agreed to do Ēostreblót this month, and Enla time and Hrethe month will be in the modern month of April instead, when the Old English calendar knows it as Ēostreblót. Some English heathens debate it can be done around the solstice in March. So I'm going to speak of Hrethe and Ēostreblót today. Well, how I see her, what I think they're about, and the coming of the English in 449 AD. So we'll start with the coming of the English. So around this time, at the time of the end of winter, and they say Hrethe, goddess Hrethe, a friend of mine on Facebook has found that she's actually linked to the goddess Jord, and the reason he's come to discover this, I'll explain it. Bear with me. No, it's not that. It's here we go. So Hrethe. Let me just get to that bit. Well, I do have blocks here, so I'm trying to get it a bit more comfortable. So sorry if you see me poking that. Bear with me. There's a lot of reading on this. Bear with me. So Hrethe is said to be another name for Mother Earth. Now, some may see her as another form of Nerthus. I personally see her as a separate entity or deity. I see her separate to Mother Nerthus. And she's said to be a former wife of Woden, meaning she's possibly Jord, from as the Norse, as the Scandinavians know her. So let me just read this. She's an earth wind goddess who comes at the later point in winter. She may also be seen as the crossing into summer, end of winter, the crossing point. At this time our forebears, they thought it was most likely best and safest time to take to the land of Britannia to help the requested help from the Romano-Britons. She can also give godly winds this time of year. We've had a lot of wind this month, so that's true. You know, she's got a very sister likehood with Ēostreblót. Like, she works very well with Ēostreblót. Her name means loud and noisy, even translated on Roman stones in the mainland, just as the goddess Jord does by the Danes, most likely meaning they may be the same goddess. In Scandinavia, Jord is called the floor and base of Wind's Hall. Very interesting, isn't it? So that's Lady Hrethe, and we welcome her as the end of winter into the beginning of the nicer, longer days of summer. And she's mainly honoured in the month of March. On the month of March, there's Hrethe Monarch, as well as the forebears who I read about in the Ēostreblót block. Please feel free to watch back to that. All my local ancestors were honoured, as well as the blessed kings and queens that we felt needed honouring across the whole of our land, of our forebears. They come in 499 at request of the Britons, and was denied land after helping with their request to push back the Picts, the Scotti, and the Hibernians invading from the south back to Ireland. Hence, I'd say St Patrick got kidnapped from Britain and ended up in Ireland and becoming what he become. How convenient that St Patrick's Day is actually in March as well. How convenient is that? Now I think about it. So yeah, it's all very intertwined. But obviously I'm not a believer in St Patrick. I believe he existed. I don't believe what he did. When they say he drove out the snakes, it was heathenism. It might have not been Anglo-Saxon heathenism, but he was against pre-Christianity nevertheless. But anyway, that's another story. What else? You know, when there's a heathen, and I know there's even Hibernian heathens in Ireland, Irish heathens that, you know, would agree with that as well. But yeah, anyway, back on subject. The forebears come over with the guidance of Hrethe in the start of summer to help the Britons that were calling for help. The Romans have fled back to the mainland to fight the Goths, or the Geats, that were taking over Rome, leaving Albion or Britannia completely exposed. Our forebears agreed to help, and did help in agreements for marriage with their royalty and our royalty, and promised land for them to move on. Of course, the land was denied, so they went back to the mainland and returned and took what was owed to them in greater numbers. But leaving that was the Kentish king Horsa and his brother, King Hengist and his equal brother Horsa. But Horsa sadly got slain in one of the battles against the Britons, fighting for the land. So Hengist was the first ruler of Kent. Then came Cerdic, Asquinan, and Enla, Essex, Sussex, and Wessex. Kent was ruled by Hengist. Later came Ickle of the Angles, clearing his way through East Anglia into Mercia. Then up ascended the king into Northumbria. What started as Deria and Bersina made one into Northumbria, called the Angle ruler that ascended from Mercia. Ickle continued to rule Mercia for a long period of time, Then come the Woofingus, led by King Woofer, that took the swept lands of East Anglia. Then come his grandson Redwald, who was famous for the Sutton Hoo helmet. And for those who don't know what a Sutton Hoo helmet is, take a look at that. And that's pretty much that's a replica of the famous treasures that Redwald of the Woofingus left behind in his Sutton Hoo burial ship. And that is the time with the English. But some changed this time round to work with Ēostreblót, because the Danes, who remain, and the Norse, who were northern, probably some debate Scandinavia were a separate entity of people. I personally believe they were Northern Germanic, and the Swedes as well, etc. They were somewhere among it. And I think things more further north you went, maybe that's where the difference starts to split. And it said they honour Ēostreblót, who they pronounce as Ostara, this time with wheel. That's where it gets very confused. The later, under this umbrella of pagan, the later pre-Christian religion Wiccan also took Ostara as one of their many deities. Wiccan is mixed pantheons of belief in pre-Christian gods, and they also worship Ostara this time of year. And from an Old English perspective, this is where it can get very confused, but some do believe she is worshipped also at the equinox, which could possibly be true. Hence, that's why with a Klingers half, this wheel we did Ēostreblót, and angle time will be done in the next moon, along with Hrethe. Whereas Ēostreblót kin lots, here we've done angle time, and we are yet to do Ēostreblót for the next blot. And I'm gathering wood to create a sun wheel. Because we don't just honour Ēostreblót at Ēostreblót. Ēostreblót is a time of fertility. It is a time of Essia, mother goddesses. That includes Sunna, Lady Nerthus, Hrethe again, and of course the lady herself, Ēostreblót. We also thank the rest of the Essia deities as they come forth at the lighter times. And then we await Ingwi Frey at the Ēostreblót, who comes with his fertile elements in the modern month of May, my birth month, where my birth rune, Ingwas, excuse me for that, let me just make this advert. The god Ingwi Frey is actually one here, but he's also his elements of fertile, these elements of fertility come along said to be in the month of May, and his rune is connected, be my birth rune, to the modern month of May. And if you want to know your birth rune, it's pretty easy to look up. Just type in birth rune and you can get a calculation. If not, you can inbox me at Yeoman Rich Casterton, and I can get you a link to your to where you will find your birth rune. So get in contact if you wish to know that. Yes. I've had a lot of people asking me lately about where a Klingers half is. We don't, for safety reasons, we don't reveal where a Klingers half blots take place. I'm not going to reveal that because we have to keep our people safe, and there's a lot of uts and guards, negativity. I'm not going too deep into it because it's, I don't want to go political, but But that's why we can't reveal it, because we have to keep the bad energies out. So we have to know that people have got good intentions before they come. We are working with a way to connect to people, so we will be able to tell the right people, and they will be able to join us when the time is right. We have an idea, and we're going forward with that slowly. So yeah, as far as Toycme, you know, I do them online for you guys to watch, like what I'm doing now, and I have some of my recent halfsmen and liner men some who don't attend the Glingers half, good friends of mine that are interested in our ways, that join me for that, so that's working really well. We've got some good quality linemen and halfsmen in Ēostreblót as well, so I want to thank them. I want to thank all my brothers and sisters of the Glingers half for a great block yesterday, and I want to thank also Gareth, Reese is now a halfsman, Amy is a halfsman, and also lineman, my friend Callum, who joined me for Kimblot as well. That went really well back at the start of the month. And then we move on to our other half in our layout, the Fence. Our umbrella name, our layout, our big joint clan is Fence. But we have another half in East Anglia called Fingers half, that is led by the one known as Taliesin. He's a good man, and he had quite a nice little turnout yesterday. He, like myself with Ēostreblót, he done Angler Toycme time in English, and Hrethe Manoff, and he will be doing Ēostreblót at the next moon, like Ēostreblót. I do believe they can be switched around to how you wish to do them. Maybe next wheel in this time of year I will do Ēostreblót, then fall back on Angle time in the modern month of April, in the month of Ēostreblót Manoff. But we'll see how I feel next wheel, in the next wheel of 2024. What can we offer Ēostreblót? She said to link to eggs and hares, right? And that is very true. I will, without spoiling too much of the block, we'll give you a little taste of that. Ēostreblót is said to have transformed into a bird, into the first known, into a bird, and then into the first known hare. So the first hare come from a bird in our ways. Then later, hares would also descend into rabbits. Most likely, or the new ways, unfortunately, use their Easter bunny culture in the modern festival of Easter, modernly known as Ēostreblót. They could not, our forebears refused to let the name Ēostreblót, modernly translated into Easter, be took away. I think there was something about the Britons, the Wales, in what is today Wales, trying to eradicate the name for the new ways. And although our forebears had converted to the new ways, so we're like, no, we're 100% keeping this this name as this time of wheel or year or whatever they had when they converted. Modern name for Ēostreblót, that was, well, you know, stole, you know, like I just explained, it was nicked by the new ways. The culture of the hare was also said to lay multicoloured eggs for Ēostreblót. The most likely they reproduced more hares, starting their ancient population. Their more domesticated descendants was, of course, the rabbit. And that's just part of the reading coming up in the next Ēostreblót Kimbla, explaining the hare tradition from Ēostreblót, and of course the eggs, why we have all these chocolate eggs, and why we have chocolate hares as well, or rabbits, which you can sometimes get, or rabbit figures at this time of wheel. Another thing you can get modernly known as are hot cross buns, and again they derive from pre-Christianity, Germanic. You have 4 squares each side of the cross on a hot cross bun that is originally known as a solar bun, and they represent the 4 phases that the Germanics believe in, so the 2 equinoxes and the 2 solstices, and they're used at Ēostreblót at the time of the first equinox, because we only believe in summer and winter. Then, as you can see on my wheel, there is the line that represents the equinoxes, and the line that splits the dark and the light half of the winter and the summer. So there you go. And this wheel, how it's divided much like a solar bun, and we can offer them to the whites, to the Ēostreblót. We can offer them on a fire, or bury them in the ground, or just simply crumble and sprinkle them around the land where we are doing our blot as an offering. I currently am awaiting bamboo wood that should arrive tomorrow, and I will try and make some form of a sun wheel for the next blot, as I hope to have a fire and burn a sun wheel, as well as bury chocolate eggs, or put them on the fire, or even hot cross bun, well, solar buns, or we can just bury them if the weather is bad, and maybe burn the sun wheel. Well, I'll probably make another. Well, I'm hoping to make an Enla's rune for May anyway, so it can be a possibility. I can make and burn both of them at the Ēostreblót Ēostreblót in the modern month of May. But yes, there is an insight on, well, the next 2 blots really, definitely the next blot, and that is my talk for Hrethe and the Ēostreblót. Very exciting blots these are into the light half of the year. The clocks have now gone forward here in modern England. I don't, as much as, well, they say Britain, it's the land of Britain, country Britain, land of Britain, named after the Britons. Everything in this so-called United Kingdom was from the Norman culture. I've been looking on this independent nursing community about going political. United Kingdom is all work of the Normans. It's all happened after 1066. I don't believe in that. So I am Mercian. My land is the area of Mercia, and I believe in United England because of the hard work that Alfred, Edward and Athelstan done, and although it's not going to be accurate to the proper history, the last kingdom, some kings was dies due to come out, and you might get a sort of pointed in that direction of how that battle went. I know the characters are sort of in the wrong timeline, a lot like the Vikings show, but that should be fun to watch. But anyway, and that comes out next week, that next moon as well, so that'll be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to watching that. Anyway, going off subject a bit, the gods have blessed me from the block yesterday, it's gone well. But today I played the modern sport football. Again, a game created by our forebears, much like, and the other games much like them. In this element of battle, we come away with some good results. I felt the gods were with me today. We even got a goal. With 2 draws for their tournaments, not big games, they're like 10-minute games each way. We play 4 per tournament. We drew 2 of them and won the remaining 2. It's good results for the other teams. They were not as fortunate and struggled a bit, for they have had better days. But I thank Ingwe, thank Funor Protector, Miningada, and he got Woden up there. He's representative on the Sol, so thank you Woden for that, for guiding me today as well to the more high deities, into the Lady Ēostreblót time, into Lady Hrethe. So that's truly lovely, that is. It's been a good week this week. Lady Free for the element of love. I've spent a lot of time with my partner this week. It's been a good week. Hope next week will be good. The blot was fun. Blots this moon have been fantastic. There's a lot of bads going on in Mid and Gad all around at the moment. Especially, well, there's a lot going wrong here in this land. Just in general, you know, people are losing. People I know have lost close family as well, and this really has. I mean, I know I've had ill in my family. I've still got one of my mum's side quite ill. I've got 2 family members on dad's side recovering from serious operations, serious stuff they needed sorting out. And to be quite honest, this year's had a lot of wrong. It's also had it's had nice stuff. Personally, I look at the good things, and I'm thankful for the things I can have. I've had some good things this wheel, but with health and family and everything that's going on in the world, there's also been a lot of, excuse my Frankish, there's been a lot of crap going on as well. A lot of tough times, and I know for a lot of people so far this wheel's been quite bad. It's been a bit of a roller coaster for me. Although I'm quite enjoying my path at the moment with my partner, the blots, you know, our ways. Football, well, today it's gone well, but there's things that could be better at football. I know it hasn't gone well for the other 2 teams. There's just a lot going on in the world. My workplace is going through a huge amount of change at the moment, and we're puzzling things back together slowly. But again, the new manager has been fantastic, and she's letting me keep things the way they are, and she's working very well. And the duty manager is a good friend. He's a very good lad. And like I say, I appreciate everything he's supporting me with as well. So yeah, you have to take the good from the bad. The inner guard and the outer guard. So yes, that is all for today. That is my video for this moon, and I will probably most likely next be on video now for the Ēostreblót. So thank you. I'm Rich Nicholson. What's so hell? May we have the honour to be, the wisdom to know, and the knowledge to care. And as our forebears did, so shall we. Thank you. See you later, everybody. Happy Sunday. May the Lady Sunna bless you in these lighter days. Bye for now.